Everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Kimberly Knox, and I am a functional and integrative health coach. For you that know me, you've been watching the channel, you know my passion to help people get to the root cause of their disease and use the science healing power of food to aid in that process. So wonderful. Thank you for anyone new that's watching today. I started out the year super busy, and this channel is part of a donation that I give back. So, and it takes a long time to plan a recipe, to get all this stuff. So we're gonna do a bunch of them since I freed up a little bit of time here. So I'm gonna show you some of the most powerful things that you can do to aid your body during the winter after the holidays. What happens from Halloween through to New Year's? If you're not careful, and even the most careful people can have overindulgences and of processed food, too much sugar, too little sleep, too much stress, just foods that you wouldn't normally indulge in because they're there. And it is a time of the year because we're now in winter season, which happens at the winter solstice right before Christmas every year, where we go into kidney and bladder health. This is winter season. The body is always in flow with nature, and we want to recognize that so we can be most powerful. And in my cookbook, Simple Cooking for Vitality, I talk about those different things, and that is the reverence behind my book and why I talk about all the different areas. So let me grab it for a second because we're going to be talking about I'm going to do a recipe that's off here, but I do have kidney and bladder sections in here, and they're color coded. They're color coded because the blues are lymphatic and the and the kidneys, and that's why the dark blue and the blacks are really great healing foods for the kidneys. Your black bean, your purple sweet potatoes, your blueberries, your blackberries. So I had already talked about a cranberry cleansing smoothie that you can do, getting those cranberries into the body. They have the ability, those plant nutrients in a cranberry, to attach to and ward off bacteria from forming in your bladder. So people that get constant urinary tract infections, very dangerous. So this juice, I call it my summer's favorite cold pressed juice, and that's because I'm adding other things in there that are really powerful diuretics. Well, today we're using two of those really strong diuretics, celery and dandelion greens. So, and what else do I have in here? Hold on one second. My blackberry basil salad with cranberries and blood cleansing cold pressed juice. So what is in the blood cleansing? I'm going to go through. So there's going to be celery, of course. There's parsley, natural diuretic, loaded with compounds that help to grab onto toxins. Lemons, perfect for your liver and for helping to give a nice pH balance in the body. Lime, same thing there. There's a pear in there. Pears are really great for the lungs and for natural sweetening. Ginger root, perfect for your liver, warming up the body, helping to break up fatty liver. 50% of America has fatty liver today, okay? You have a stage of fatty liver because the liver is so powerful. It's not that you have it or you don't. I even had some of it years ago. And organic turmeric. So lots of stuff you can do. We're going to simplify it today because I do a protocol almost every week of 2 heads of celery. It's going to cost you about $7 in the store. You're going to make 32 ounces of a very powerful juice, which will cost you over $40 probably at the juicery. You're going to see. So that's why you want to invest in high quality juicers and high quality smoothie blenders, because these things are healing the body. Corrective health keeps your body great. You're responsible for your own preventive care because healthcare doesn't spend more than 5% on it. Our job is that. This is a vertical juicer. I've had, it's horizontal. I've had both the vertical and the horizontal. And uh, and I'll have both of them again soon. But this is the one that I have right now. It's perfect. It's a slow masticating juicer. It's going to get as much juice out of these things as possible. And if you have a fast, the Brevel was the brand that I had first. It does it quickly, but it doesn't get all the juice out, and you cannot do greens properly. So let's go grab the celery. Now I'm going to show you what I do. I have a big bowl like this that I put into the sink, and I fill with water. Now, you know, I filter all the water in my unit. This is an apartment. You can still buy a whole house water filtration or put one under the sink. You need to shower. Your shower needs to be filtered. Your sink water needs to be filtered, because organic food cannot be rinsed in dirty sewer water here. So this is an ozonator. My ozone machine, you can find that. It's an ozone bubbler, okay? Ozone is very powerful, more powerful O3 than oxygen. So not only does it plump up your greens, because greens are alive, they recognize that ozone. It plumps up my mint and my dill, all of my herbs, all of my organic stuff goes in there unless I'm gonna peel it or cut it, all right? So let's get all the celery. So all you do is cut the bottoms off and cut them in half and soak it in the water. And now these are ready to go. And you want to leave on some of the tops, because celery tops have a huge amount of vitamin A in them and other nutrients. So celery. Okay, now you've heard that, if you heard of the medical medium, he has taken celery to the next level. In fact, the demand of celery was so big, like 8 years ago, the price started going up finally. So here in Sarasota area, with a place called the Celery Fields, crops are grown around here, but celery is year around. So we don't just attend to the liver at one time of the year. The liver must be attended to at all times, especially during kidney season, because your kidneys are also your filtering organs. The liver is your primary filtering organ. So if that is not working well, if it's not producing enough bile, the bile is sludgy, and the performance of getting rid of your toxins is not doing well, and the stages that the liver goes through, you need to enhance its performance. And food is the #1 way that you can do that. So in my cookbook, that's why I break it down based on the different organs. So getting to celery, the hydration, lowering inflammation, correcting digestive disorders. There's so many of them. It's the #1 issue we have now. Gastroenterologists don't really get to the root cause of your issues. They need to be started in the liver, specifically. Many of the things, I deal with a lot of clients that have different gastro issues, okay? Not just the large intestine, small intestine, it starts in your liver, stomach, and everything else. You want to correct your hydrochloric acid in your stomach. You want that high. Celery will help you with that, okay? It also helps to build bile in the liver, and so do dandelion greens, okay? Beautiful. It helps to detoxify and strengthen the liver, which helps out the kidney filtering, okay? The third kidney is considered to be our skin. So sweating during the winter, taking hot yoga, getting in I have an infrared tent. And these are things that are really helpful for your body that already knows how to detoxify, to aid those elimination pathways. That's what you're doing here. Corrective. What else did I have as my little notes to tell you? At this time of the year, you want to combat pathogens. What about the bacteria and viruses? They're loaded up, guys. They love to hang out in the liver. This helps to destroy them. It helps to weaken them. It helps to get them out of the body. And we need all the help we can. You cannot rely on antibiotics to do with that, because that does not do anything for your viruses. So the removal of toxic debris, fantastic. Natural diuretic, fantastic. So people whose liver and spleen are not working well, or especially during spleen season, I love this too, because it's super hot and humid during the late summer months, when the dog days of summer, natural diuretics do not harm your body and help release the fluid without draining you of your vital minerals that cause the electrolytes to be imbalanced, sodium and potassium. So celery has a type of sodium that is the body recognizes as its own. It's serum soluble. So table salt, worse, worse, worse. Okay. Food at a restaurant, high sodium, worse. Better your Celtic sea salt. You can crunch a little before you have some water. Those minerals help your body to absorb the nutrients and the hydration. Okay. So if you need to hydrate more and tone down the celery, adding a cucumber peeled will be perfect. All right. So next up, dandelion greens. So why don't we start with juicing a little bit? This is a really amazing juicer for celery. It's the Omega. I only buy the Omega brand now because of the quality levels, just fantastic, that I love. So we're going to turn this on and get a little bit going here. The particles are going to come out into, the fibers are going to come out into here. Now juicing is a protocol that's helpful because it goes right into your bloodstream, requires zero energy on the body, and the blood responds right away, which means the organs that hold the blood, the liver holds most of the blood, and the kidneys filter the blood all day long. Those organs are helped. If you have any kidney stones, really, really helpful to get your water with lemon in the morning. Break it up with celery juice, perfect. If you have any edema in the body, this will be perfect. You can even add some parsley to it, and you will get more flow from your urge to go and urinate, which is really important. A lot of people have urinary urges, but they're not getting anything out. So you want to correct all this. Food is the number one way to correct the body. Okay, that is why food is medicine. It's more than that. It's information. It's what I learned in school. That's what I loved about Dr. Mark Hyman when one of my lecturing physicians. And it just made so much sense to me. And that is why I wrote my cookbook in a way to lead with reverence for food. You must become not just a qualitarian, although I am, meaning choosing high quality and everything that you purchase for your body and put into your body. You must become a educated nutritarian, okay? So I love that word because it makes you focus on the nutrients that you're feeding your body. So there's families that I cook for and their children now talk about nutrients, nutrient dense. They start to feel the difference because your body is so smart and it's going to start to crave what it needs when you get rid of the addictions. Yes, caffeine and sugar are addictions, and so is processed food with all the chemicals that are going on there. Even Chick-fil-A is an addiction because of the MSG. Their chicken is not organic, air-killed, amazing chicken. No, there's a lot of chemicals on there. So we have to be really honest with ourselves, especially at the start of the year. Addictions are in every form, not just drugs, but food is one of the primary addictions because it is not looked upon as an actual drug. Okay, see how quickly this went? In no time, we've done 2 bunches of celery while I'm chatting here. And it's fantastic. So normally I would buy 4 heads of celery and I would have 64 ounces or 2 full jars. I might do 16 ounces when I break my fast, or I might do a full 32 ounce, depending. If you have any constipation issues, it's just it's just a form of all your digestive slowdown, lack of bile, stress, whatever it is. This is going to help to correct that, and it's fantastic. In fact, any greens will help to get the regularity going in your body, which you want, and raw foods with those enzymes. Okay, so this is almost full. I'm going to drain a little bit out, and then we're going to put in some of the dandelion greens. I'm not going to use all of them because I'm going to save some for smoothies that I'm making. So you just pour this in. It's got a nice little strainer. It's gorgeous. Look how green that is. Your kitchen will smell fantastic when you juice or you make smoothies. And that is because what you're smelling are those powerful plant compounds that help correct your body. So, what better time to do corrective action than right now? If not now, when? Right? Because if you don't start now to help correct your liver, by the time spring comes, when it's liver season, you're going to be in a heap of trouble. Okay. So these are dandelion greens. Let's go. I keep this whole printout every talk I do, especially in the spring. But dandelions are my friend. I grew up in Vermont. You know, we had them all over the place. They were looked at as a weed, and but we love to pull the dandelion tops when they got to be fluffy and blow on them. Everyone does. So it is the master bitter green, and the bitter greens are the ones that heal your liver. Okay. And those cruciferous greens, right? Such as watercress and the arugula. Okay. And that's what you want more of. That bitter, though, is going alternative to people's very high sugar palate. Get used to it because your body will start to crave it. And this is the ultimate way to rid your body of sugar cravings, is getting green smoothies and doing green protocols in your body. You want to alkaline, all right? Liver cell renewal. It enhances bioproduction and liver detoxification. You want all of this. This is all going to aid in the winter time with your kidneys. What else did I want to see here? 14% more protein than both kale and spinach. That's why I added in to my green smoothies, because greens all have protein. These have even more. Okay. Not only that, it's got 9 times the iron as kale and twice the amount of iron as spinach. And when we were growing up, you know, spinach was our Popeye food, right? So think of these as 4 times the calcium. All right. So you could saute up some, cut some, and put it into your salad. But calcium from greens is way more bioavailable than the calcium found in dairy. Goes counterintuitive, and most dairy creates that mucus and inflammation in the body that you want no part of, especially during winter when some viruses are addressing our respiratory system. You need to keep that super, super clean. So let's get in these dandelion greens. We're going to finish this off, and we've got a really amazing drink going on here for the season. I've already done my lemon water this morning. I don't need to add lemon to this. We're just going to keep it really simple. The other thing that you can add to celery that my friend does at her raw restaurant and juice bar is called Leone's, right down here in Fort Lauderdale. If you're a local person, you know about it. Super high quality. She's adding wheatgrass to the celery, which is also perfecto and amazing. So you see how thick this is, but you see how dry it's getting out all the moisture. This smoothie, this juicer from Omega, I highly recommend. And it's just fantastic here. And it's super easy to clean and put back together as well. And that's what we want, keeping it nice and simple. The first juicer I had was not simple. Okay, so we're wrapping up this video. But I really want to inspire you to have the vibrancy that I do in my early 60s, okay? You're going to have gorgeous skin from greens as well. When your liver cleans up, your eyes shine, your skin glows. This is what you want. You want to be aging with grace and have energy and vitality. I'm going to go on a long bike ride soon here. So now it's going to be even darker green, filling this up nice. So you're getting a full 32 ounces here of juice, which I'm going to have when I break my fast today to start really helping my body rid any of these buildup of our pathogens. Bacteria and viruses, easiest way to get rid of them. Thanks for tuning in to my kitchen today. So I always appreciate a thumbs up. I always appreciate any comments. Please share my videos with anyone. This is about a passion and a reverence for food. And I'm so glad you're joining me here today. Bye, everyone.